Right, so we're using Payne's gray, white, and a bit of ivory black or any black for this shirt right here. And we're gonna paint a medium tone for now, and then we will highlight. His arm needs adjusting. I'll do it after. Let's put a layer, first layer. And then we will do the highlights and arcs. This part should be a bit darker. Let's take black, put it in. More. I'm gonna grab more black. So part of his shirt, which is in this area here, it's going to be darker. So I'm going to add more black to this combination here. Okay, this is good. It's looking good. I'm going to zoom in on him so we can see details a little bit better.
Well, thank you.
No.
Yes.
All right, so now we can start highlighting the same colors, but we'll add a little bit more white, black, gray, a bit of Payne's gray, white, and a little bit of black. So I'm going to start highlighting where the light is, which is from here, this part. And since I'm highlighting, I'm going to take advantage of that and do some folds or movement in this t-shirt or shirt that he's wearing, going this way. Let's put it on an angle. And I'm not going to take it all the way in because I need that dark in there. So this is more like a second or medium tone. A little bit here. I think I pushed it a little bit too far, but that's okay. I'll fix it in a minute. And now I'm going to go back, darken a bit. And just try to blend this I'm going to adjust the darker part of this shirt, the sleeve right here. So I can see in the reference that this part is really dark. So I'm just going to take a little bit black with Payne's gray and just come here, darken this part. Again, a little bit more. A little bit of movement in his shirt. Don't want it to be flat. Again, in that part here. Oh, that's too light. Black. I touched a bit of brown. All right, here we go. I need to highlight a bit of this area there to show movement in the some folds in the t-shirt, but at the same time I don't want it to be too light. I think that's okay. That's enough. Such a small area. I will tone it down when it's dry. I'm going to take a bit of white at this point again and mix it with this mixture of Payne's gray and black. And now this part is highlighted, dry. So I can go back and highlight a little bit more. Okay, a little more white. All right. Good. Right, for the hat, you're going to use cerulean blue and black. And I have a bit of, I have as well here, Payne's gray, so I can go back and forth if I want with this, but this would be a good color, especially with the black. It's nice against that wall, red wall. Now let this dry and I'll come back to it. Meanwhile, take some brown from here, that's burnt umber. Black. A little bit of burnt umber. Some black. And just because I want this brown, the brown that I'm going to use for his trousers to be a little bit darker than the wall where he's standing. Add a bit of white at this point. Paint this part down here. I'm just going to put a layer of brown with a bit of black, tiny bit of black on his shoes and let it dry, and then we'll come back to this.
Can you pull the camera up so we can see what you're doing?
There we go. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. And I'm just covering, nothing, just covering the
You're using burnt umber or raw umber?
burnt umber. Burnt umber, a little bit of black. This is just to cover the canvas color, and then I will start highlighting to show detail, you know, to show the shoes more. So this is just the first layer. Now let this dry, and then I'll come back to it. Right, let's start, let's try to highlight this hat. So I'm going to take the same colors I was using, the blues, and I am going, it's blue, cerulean blue and black, and I'm going to add white now, a little bit of white. So I'm going to add the white slowly so it doesn't take over. And let's try to highlight this. So the light is coming from the left, and I'm going to start from this side. I'm going to darken a little bit, slowly, a little bit, not much, because I'm going to this side and it's not as highlighted. This side is darker. So, and the top of the hat is darker too. It curves in a bit. Okay, now I can go back, take some white, a bit more white. It's a little bit grayer than what you're seeing on the screen. It's not that blue. It looks very blue on the screen, but it's a little bit grayer than this. All right, that's good. I'm going to slide this. Do you want me to keep it here so you can see the hat?
Just a little bit longer.
Sure. I'm going to pause. All right, for the boots. So initially we put a layer of brown. And what I did is I took a bit of black with my round brush. And I made a in between with black, put a line in between to separate the 2 feet from each other. Then in the back, I mixed black and brown. And I put a bit of color in the back here for the back of the shoe. Underneath, right there, I put a bit of black, like that. That is his foot or shoe. That's the a bit of the shadow of the boots. Now, at this point, I'm going to take brown, and that's burnt umber. This is black, and this is white. Put some white, a little bit of white in my burnt umber, no black, just burnt umber. And I'm just going to try to give a bit of a shape. And let's put some tiny bit more white. I'm going to highlight this part as well, just part of it. A little bit of highlight here. Now I can see that I might have to push up the, before I do this, I'm just gonna, here. I'm gonna push up the shoe, the sole or the bottom of the shoe using brown and black.
Yep.
See, now it's getting a little bit too flat right now. So I'm gonna push it up like this. Now I need a tiny bit of white. So what I did is I mixed black and brown, and I'm adding white now to highlight that part of the shoe, which is the what they call it, bottom,
The sole?
the sole of the shoe right there. That's better than nothing. All right, let's take a little bit of a stronger white, and we're gonna put well, there we go. This would have been, you know, it will be a really nice, let's see if I use a bit of burnt sienna in here on his shoe, just a little bit, where the highlight is. Just, you know, brown and white, it's a little bit, turns a little bit dull. But if I add burnt sienna with burnt umber, and then we put white, it gives it a little bit of a, keeps that shiny, interesting. Right, so with a bit of black, I'm going to define the shoe. Give it a bit of definition where the laces are. It's not what you see in the picture or the reference, but it's fine. This is not the focal point. All right. We only have now the straps, and we're good. For the straps, I'm just gonna use alizarin crimson with a bit of black. I'm doing this, we're done with this figure, and next week we'll work on the cello. Not cello. What is it called? Is that a cello?
Yeah, chill. It is
Oh.
called a chill.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. It's a nice color. Let's see if we add white.
And his other shoe is just like a little blob there, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna let it dry a bit and then I'll highlight.
What color is that layout that you're putting in there now?
That is alizarin crimson and black.
Oh.
I didn't want to use a color that will be very close to the wall
Mhm.
behind. So alizarin crimson is a good color for. It's just I have to wait for it to dry so I can highlight the top.
So where are you putting the alizarin?
Hmm?
Where are you putting the alizarin?
On his suspenders.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of shadowy right here. A little bit. Where the suspenders are. Not much, because you don't want them to look like they're floating.
So did you put the alizarin crimson mostly at the top, or did you put it all the way down?
I put all the way down, alizarin crimson and black, all the way down at first, and then I put a bit of white, highlighted the top, this top only.
Okay.
Okay, that's done. Perfect. All right, this is where we're at right now, and we finished this part. Next week, we'll work on the cello.